everybody, welcome back. I am so thrilled that you are here, and I am so thrilled to be able to bring you such a special treat today. I am here with my dear friend Peter Sham from SUU, who is the Associate Professor of Theater.
Theater, yes.
And he knows everything about everything that has anything to do with SU theater, the arts, the community. Stay tuned. I'm going to bring you some cool stuff. All right, everybody, welcome back. I am so thrilled that you're here, and I am so excited to bring you Peter Sham and such a great history, fabulous information on everything having to do with the arts and the theater and SUMA and the Beverly and the Shakespeare Festival.
And this town.
Cedar City. Yeah.
This town is amazing.
It is amazing.
Like, we have this university, this major university that was, when I started, when we first got to know each other, a long time ago. There was 5,000 students.
No, I didn't know that.
Now there's 11,000 students.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But I started here. I was going to University of Delaware at the time, and I started coming here, and I was like, wow, this is a beautiful place.
It is.
And where we're standing didn't exist.
Right.
Well, the Randall did, but at $36 million later, here's this beautiful Beverly Taylor.
We've got the Beverly Taylor. We're standing next to the SUMA.
Yeah.
We've got the new Shakespeare Theater. It's just an incredible place.
It's beautiful.
And you've been really a part of it
for a long time.
So give us kind of the evolution. Like, where did you start, and where are you now in terms of what's going on at the university, what's going on at the Shakespeare Festival, what's going on with your productions?
Well, it started with Fred Adams, like everything else. Fred founded the festival.
61 seasons ago.
It was 59 he started the theater department.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In 1959. He told me with 5 actors, 5 people in the theater. He had like 10 lights. He had some pieces from like flats from a production of Hamlet that was like 11 years before that.
That's great.
And they all had wallpaper on it or some weird thing. Yeah. So he starts this theater, and then he says, "Hey, we should start doing Shakespeare." And then they build this little deck out in the back over, where the Adams stands now, which is still standing. And I still teach in the Adams. I still bring students out there on that stage.
That's so cool.
Every other day.
That's so cool.
Because we can. I mean, that's what makes this place so beautiful. We got 2 outdoor spaces to train students.
That are just incredible.
Which are amazing.
Just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, answer a question for me, because I have understood that the reason Fred Adams started with Shakespeare instead of something else is because there were no royalties. It was already in the public domain.
That was a lot of it, but there was also an LDS connection, I think, coming over, because the pioneers would put on Shakespeare plays, so there was a connection to Shakespeare with the local people.
Okay.
They all had volumes of Shakespeare with them when they arrived here, and he wasn't from here. He was from the East Coast, but he kind of gleaned onto that notion and he started to, as he got to know the community, and Fred was all about community.
Yeah, he really was.
And Fred, he's forever embedded in the community.
Yes.
But so he took that ball, he took that notion, and he created everything around us with it.
It's really incredible if you understand the history and what this one person was able to do. And he had help and he had support, but it was Fred's vision.
It was his vision.
And
Barbara, his wife, at the time. I mean, it all started in the laundromat, if you know the story of this, of the Shakespeare Festival.
Because you've talked about how Fred started at the University, it was college back then, and in the theater department, and then sort of grew Shakespeare, so it became its own thing.
Yeah.
So tell me about that relationship with SUU. We're obviously on campus.
Yes.
So how did that develop?
Once I helped to step into Fred's shoes over there, it was clear that the thrust of a lot of our work with the students should be something in the classical vein, because we host the festival. This is we're all on the SUU. These are SUU premises. I started in 2008. I started the BFA program, which was for, at that time, classical acting, musical theater, and design and technology.
So a Bachelor of Fine Arts.
A Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Okay.
Right, and that was the first BFA in the college scene, with a particular focus on higher language speaking. Now it became highfalutin for a lot of students, I think. So we just say acting. It's just the acting program now. It's not classical acting, although you're going to get a good dose of that,
right?
Because
that's important.
We bring students over here every year annually. We have. I started also with the provost at the time, Brad Cook. We started, and it was Scott Phillips as well. We started the fellowship here, where we bring 5 students every summer. And in acting positions, and 5 students in technical positions every single year of our students. So we play ball really nicely across the street with one another. And Brian Swanson has really developed that whole relationship really well. He's our chair of the department right now.
That is one thing that I think is so important and so unique about this community, is the relationship between the university, the Shakespeare Festival, and the actual community. It is very symbiotic. It is very mutually supportive all the way around. And I don't think you find that in all communities. I think that is really cool.
Yeah, you don't. And it's not. We're still theater and dance as well. That's important to note, because I think a lot of dance and theater departments are separate, and we're together. And I also think we work well together with the music department. I would throw the music department in there with Keith Bradshaw and Dr. Larry Johnson. They do so many things in Caroline Modisette. They do so many things in the community as well. And we all work together as colleagues within our worlds, and then it kind of spills, like you said, spills over in the community. And the benefit of that is you'll see us play with different groups inside the community whenever we get a chance to. You know, we'll turn up doing any number of things. We have done, and we're about to launch it again, an annual fundraiser. We have faculty people doing it with me. It's a show that I wrote. It's Christmas Carol on the Air. Started it. Now we do Frankenstein on the Air. So we're gonna have a Halloween thing.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Frankenstein was great fun.
Okay.
And I bring like 30 students to play. It's a madhouse of a Halloween show. It's going to come back the 28th and 29th of October.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
Fun.
We'll put that on the calendar
that's
for sure.
a community celebration.
Yeah.
And we have community people in it. We have faculty people in it. I'm in it. And there'll be some stars in it, like Brett Gooder's going to join us as Dr. Frankenstein. So that could be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Awesome. So you're primarily teaching and exporting theater students.
Yes.
But there's a few of them, we were talking earlier, that are like into maybe film and television.
Yes. Not only do we send them off to some of the top regional theaters in the country, several have been on Broadway as well, but every major grad school, I think, in the country has somebody or has had somebody from SUU. And right now, like we were talking about earlier, we have 2 fabulous film students who were in the acting program. They learned directing here first. Terrific young filmmakers, Will Kauser and Parker Rollins, up at the U right now. U has a fabulous film program, graduate program. Yes. I think one of the most important things about this festival is that I noticed early on when I first started coming in '93. When you're working with Shakespeare, it's hard work. It's not regular acting.
Right.
Everyone is trying to go, did I get that? Did you understand what I just said? And we're all trying to listen for each other and be there for each other. And that creates an extraordinary company of great human beings. And so one of the great things about, if you're coming here to the festival, you can actually touch the actors. You can talk to them on the street, and you can and they're great people. They're not. And
they go to the coffee shop.
Yeah,
and you'll
see
them at the grind. You'll see them at the pastry pub.
And you can talk to them about their performances, and they'll love that. And that's what makes this a very special place.
Yeah. Now, the actors that are here are called equity actors, right?
Well, some of them are equity and some of them are non-equity.
Okay, so what is an equity actor?
Well, we're a Lord B. I think we're a Lord B or Lord B plus theater now, which means we've got to employ a certain amount of equity actors. So equity actors are just people in the union.
Okay.
They're not any more professional than any of the other ones. The whole professional idea is an interesting one. Everyone's getting paid, so everyone's a professional actor here at Utah Shakespeare Festival. Actors Equity is the standard for all actors who are going to be on the regional circuit and Broadway and all in the big places in the country.
Now, our local Shakespeare Festival has a tournament.
Yes, it does. Well, in the years that I was here, I was one of the ones that helped win that tournament. Fred and Scott and Doug Cook back in the day, Cam Harvey, that's the Mount Rushmore, and Scott Phillips, that's the Mount Rushmore festival back in the old days. And it was Fred's dream to get that Tony Award.
Yeah.
And we weren't in the season, I don't think, at the time, but we were all in our various places where we live all across the country, and tuned in, and there it was, and we were like, wow, this is extraordinary that this happened.
But I think that's sort of another example of how this community, we really punch above our weight in so many different aspects.
Yeah.
We've got great food, we've got
Yes.
unbelievable scenery,
Yeah.
we have incredible access to outdoors, amenities, education,
Yeah.
and a theater from Cedar City
Yeah.
to win a Tony Award.
It's
That is pretty
it's,
incredible.
It's off the charts. Yeah, and then like we were talking about with Lend Me a Tenor the musical, because that premiered here, and then to move a musical to the West End, which is the equivalent of Broadway in London, at such a theater like the Gielgud Theater, was another extraordinary feather in the festival's cap, which we're all proud of as well. University as well. I mean, that opening night was one of the most amazing opening nights. People from the festival were there with me, and the president of the university, Mike Benson, was there with me, and Carol Makita from KSL was there, and it was
That's
a big,
cool.
It was huge. It was
Wow.
global news. And it was an extraordinary time. And they're talking revival. It's already,
Wow.
we're talking London revival now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're kind of gearing up for that. Brad Carroll, who's the composer.
Okay. Thank you so much
Oh.
for your time.
I could spend all day doing
I
this.
know, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so much here. It's such a beautiful campus.
It is.
It's such an incredible body of work, and what a legacy
Amazing.
that you are carrying on and developing for yourself.
Yes.
I mean, just incredible stuff. So Peter Sham, thank you.
Get
All
a
right, you guys.
house. Bye.